You ever hung out with friends IRL who also know your streaming name and they use your online name? No, most of my IRL friends do not know what I do. They just think I'm still at my old work and working in tech. The ones I'm very close to, I've talked to about it, they do know, and they have no reason to ever call me by my username. I have friends that I've met online that knew me like as a username or usernames because I didn't really stick to one. I like always changed it up for every game I played. I know a lot of people from online, and there are some that have kind of become part of like my IRL friend group, but they don't know anything either. Some of them are aware I'm a streamer. A lot of them, I just log into a game and they see me there and that's it. You know, I keep a lot of stuff pretty separate. It'd be kind of weird to have IRL friends watching your stream. Like I do. It doesn't feel weird. You know what is weird? It's so normally when you have friends, they only know about things you tell them about and they talk to you and you catch them up on your life or whatever. Now I'll have a friend that will be like, oh yeah, I heard you talking on stream about this thing. How's that going? Or oh yeah, I popped in the other day, glad to hear you're like, you know, not sniffly anymore, feel better. And it's like a little weird to have your friends just know things without you having directly told them, because that's not what the IRL experience is usually. So that part can be a little weird, but not bad. It's just uncanny, but it's not a bad thing. I do always get like straight up paranoid every time I see one of them in chat. If there's someone that's like a real friend of mine, you know, and they like IRL and they say something in chat, I'm always like, which one of you is gonna slip up one day and say some stupid shit? Which one of you one day is gonna be like, you know, see you later at this exact address or whatever? And I don't think they actually will, but you know, there's always that like, there's always that thing in your mind, in the back of your mind where you're like, oh, you know, ooh. Your friends that know seem to respect the veil. Oh, absolutely. You guys would never know. I don't like VIP or mod them or anything for the sake of like keeping that straight, but they are among you. They are among you. Absolutely. Cause I mean, like a lot of my close friends were always people that played games and watched streamers anyway. So it's not really, you know. You know what I made them do too? Anyone who's an IRL friend, I made them unfollow my account and refollow sometime later on. I made them all do it, and not on the same day too. Which I know sounds crazy, but there are people who will like go camp, they'll like try to pull data of a list of like who's followed you, your follower list, and they'll try to like go back to the ones that followed you the longest time ago and try to find out like from that. That's a thing. So anyone who was like a real friend or like knew any info or anything, I made them all, when I started streaming, I told them all to like unfollow if they were following this account, and it made them follow sometime later. So they're all just kind of littered in with like the regular community, you know, because I was nervous about that. And that way, anything that was like an old follow was just like someone who played games or something. You know what I mean? I've had some friends have some issues where people did that shit and then like tried to dox the people that were not creators, that like were early followers, and see if they could find a pattern. And then like if two of them live in the same town, they'd be like, ah, you know, like that. Very weird, very weird. But it happens. So yeah, before I started streaming on this account, I made them all unfollow. So hopefully that, you know, helps me, I guess. I don't know. It's funny how hard people work for that. Yeah, I mean, that's why I feel like people that do that kind of stuff, you can only ever just feel bad for them, you know? I'm like, man, you got nothing else, huh? you got nothing else that you're doing. That's just sad. So my follow should be a private thing. Yeah, I mean, there are ways that data can still be pulled either way. Some stuff is just out of our control. Female streamers gotta be careful for sure. Everyone, but yeah, especially. The thing is, you could take every precaution in the world, but like one thing can go wrong and it just nothing you did mattered, right? So I feel like it's maybe, I don't know if everyone else feels this way, but for me, I feel like when you are a creator past a certain size, it is inevitable that people will know who you are, right? Like I feel like it's impossible, literally impossible for something to not get out. It's just a matter of what is it actually actionable? Can they do anything about it? How real is it? Is it just like I know there's some creators where people like know their first name, but that's it, you know, stuff like that. And there's some people who've been like really well known for a long time who have not been like fully doxed, like people can find them. They just know like some extra bits of info or something, which is, you know, scary, but whatever. But I feel like there's always like something right? Gotta see the field with misinfo. Yeah, I think I think that's the thing that's helped a lot of people, is a lot of the time when someone tries to like post info online and they're like, oh, I found them and there's this thing, blah blah blah, and here's all the evidence as to why it's true. A lot of the time it's not correct, but it's better to let people think it's correct. So I know a lot of people that don't go out of their way to necessarily like undo everything, just some things. And like if someone comes up with something that's incorrect, sometimes they'll go hard on that, so that way, you know, you're muddling it and people can't tell what's real. And that's one of the best ways you can do. I always tell people, I'm like, before you like, if let's say you have a LinkedIn, change the info in it, write in some fake some that's not real, put a different college, different job, different workplace, everything, and let it sit there for a few months and then delete it, right? And that way like incorrect info gets scraped, that kind of stuff. You have to like really like psyop this but there are ways to like, you know, really muddle it.